This is my website, teacherraft.weebly.com. And if you're interested in ultimate adventure guides because you're looking for a vacation, maybe a getaway this summer, maybe this spring, maybe you just need a break from work, then look no further than my website. And I'm giving you a great deal. Everything is going to be on sale for $10. If it's a single ultimate adventure guide, it's going to be $10. If it's going to be a double, it's going to be $20. If it's going to be a triple, it's $30. So I have one double here. It has 2 different slot canyons, and then the triple has 3 different slot canyons. But what I wanted to show you is this one here. Ultimate Adventure Guide, Fun in the Sun, Miami. It's brand new. It's $10. Let's take a look. Okay, I brought it up, and let's read through it. This Ultimate Adventure Guide, Fun in the Sun, Miami, is intended for vacationers wanting to get away. This area is world-renowned for its gorgeous beaches, art, Latin American influence, live music, cuisine, style, and shopping. So I give you a major cost-saving hotel location included, basically because if you have ever looked at hotel prices in Miami and then looked specifically along the coast next to the beach, like in South Beach, you'll see the hotels are very expensive, extremely expensive. Hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars. I had a friend who spent multiple thousands of dollars on hotels. I mean, that's his prerogative. But if you're looking to be cost effective, maybe a little bit frugal, then if you purchase my guide for $10, I'm going to give you a great deal. It's going to save you a ton of money. You're going to be so happy. You're going to be so surprised when I reveal some information in the guide that I'm sure you're going to be very satisfied, especially since it's only $10. I'm going to also tell you some top attractions, and I'm going to give you my tips because I was just there and I spent a lot of time with some friends and on my own, and speaking with locals and interviewing people and just getting a feel for the place. So there will be a list of places and ideas to explore that are either free or inexpensive, or of course, if you have the money and you are interested, you can spend more money. You can do all types of trips and activities that Miami offers. There's live raw footage of a shark being reeled in from the beach. Yep, I actually did witness it firsthand. I didn't fish the shark out of the water. I just happened to be next to the people, the fishermen who were doing that. And it was in the early evening, right after 8 p.m. I'm going to tell you some do's and don'ts, some things you should be wary of, some things that you should really think about before trying or think about before doing. And I'm going to also give you websites for booking your reservations and websites for tours and things of that matter. I will also be emailing you information that's detailed and informational for your trip so you can have it handy and you can access it in your email and just glance at it anytime you want. So that's going to be really easy for you. Some bonus info: an artistic neighborhood worth visiting and where to find free art galleries, like I said. That's also in the video very briefly, but I will include it in my email so you'll distinctly know which address to visit. A sleeping accommodation that is very affordable, 100 yards from the beach, literally 100 yards from the beach. When I say 100 yards, I'm not kidding. My friend who paid thousands of dollars was 10 blocks south of me on the same road. Just basically, I was on one side of the street, he was on the other side of the street. He paid thousands of dollars more than I did. So, I mean, just something to think about. Okay, now the accommodation I recommend in my Ultimate Adventure Guide is safe, very safe. In fact, the second time I stayed there were security inside, and they were making sure that everyone who walked in or tried to go into the lobby area was an actual guest. And the way they did that was through like a bracelet, like a paper type of bracelet that you would get at a show or something like that. So every single guest had to have that bracelet and show it. And if you didn't have the bracelet, you would have to prove that you were a guest in order to venture in. Just because if Miami gets overrun with tourists and it gets a little bit hectic, they want to make sure that that location is safe Now, if Miami is sort of deserted like it was in the beginning of March, and there aren't very many tourists and it's quite quiet, then you're not going to need any type of paper bracelet, obviously. But it's still a very social place, and it's brimming with very kind people from all over the world, actually. So it includes an internet cafe area where many people were working remotely, and they could take their laptop or their computer or their phone and go sit in this little cafe, which is closed off. There's kind of like a fold out, kind of like French doors, right? Sort of something like that. So they would close it to seal in the noise, or to seal out the noise, seal in the quiet. There's a pool in the back. It's gorgeous. I mean, you would be surprised. Most people don't even swim in the swimming pool. They just kind of chill out around, because there's a pool, and then there's like seats and kind of like a deck that you can just hang out on, and there are couches and little tables. You can hang out there and socialize, listen to music, or just pass the time. There's a billiards room where people play billiards, play pool. There, like I mentioned, an outdoor chill out area with additional bar. The bar is actually in towards the back, so it's about 50 feet from the pool. It's just that the bar isn't open all day and all night. It's only open a certain amount of hours. Okay, so I would look into that if you're interested in that. There are sunbeds back there, and all of that is free, by the way. I mean, of course, the bar, if you want to buy a drink or something, you have to pay, but sunbeds, pool, billiards, all of that is free of charge. It comes with your accommodation. I mean, you can't beat that. So it's conveniently located with a market-like grocery store blocks north, and at that market, you can order a sandwich, which they will make for you to take, to go. Or you can buy a pre-made sandwich that's already there. You can buy drinks, you can buy some trinkets, some souvenirs, you can buy something to eat, something to drink, whatever. And it's filled with people from all over the hotels that are in that area that are spending thousands of dollars, but you're not going to be spending thousands of dollars because you're smart. There are a variety of low-cost eateries and other grocery markets blocks south. A ton of them, actually, and you only have to walk maybe a few blocks. I guess I should say several blocks, 6-7 blocks. It's not very far, and it's a pleasant walk. And they do have made sandwiches, or custom sandwiches. You can order whatever you'd like, and they can make them for you. And they have cake, and they have desserts, and they have all kinds of great things. So I highly recommend this area. Difficulty: all vacationers can decide between a host of indoor and outdoor activities, and there will be much walking involved, unless you just basically walk the 100 yards to the beach and then walk 100 yards back. You could do that. Of course, you could lay on the beach all day, every day if you wanted to. I don't recommend that, but I mean, it's your vacation. You make the call. So I'm just glad that you made it. Welcome to a fun in the sun guide to the South Beach and Mid Beach areas of Miami, nicknamed the Magic City for its spectacular sunsets, live music, and I'll tell you where you can listen to some live music, Cuban cuisine, and I'll tell you where you can get authentic Cuban cuisine for a low price, Art Deco architecture. I'll tell you where to go to check that out, and it'll be emailed to you. A rare gem with magnificent cultural influences to be experienced. So please enjoy yourself, but tread lightly. Yeah, don't litter, don't throw things, on the ground or anything like that. Obey the laws, obey the rules. You understand, it's just common sense. After exploring the incredible natural environment with miles of pristine beaches, I decided to share this exciting place that I was blessed to experience. Hopefully, if you do travel to Miami, you'll follow the local customs, respect the land, traditions, and culture that make this destination one of the best in the world. And then I go on and tell you that a video link will be emailed to your email address after you provide it in the notes section of the PayPal link listed at bottom here. And once your payment of, it's on sale, so it's $10 right now, has been processed. So what I'm telling you is that this link over here, right here, www.paypal.com, if you go there, then you'll be able to make a payment with a credit card. If you don't have an account with PayPal, that's fine. You can use your credit card. and there will be a note section. Just type in your email address so I have a place to send your video and your email about the details of all of the places that I reference in the video, okay? The video link will have the description reference points listed, plus some photos, videos, a few 4K of the scenic vantage points. All right, so Miami was a lot of fun, by the way, and I do recommend it. You know, I kept putting this vacation off for a long time. When I say a long time, I mean years, because it was not even on my radar, because I had sort of written off Miami as a place that I didn't want to go to, a place that I felt uncomfortable or scared, or that it was dirty or unsafe, or a list of negatives that I thought were true. And that's because of a previous experience that happened many years prior. Now, with confidence, I can tell you, because I was just there a month ago, that all of that stuff has been cleaned up. It's very safe. It's very clean. There's nothing really to worry about. And the news stories that you may have heard recently, I'm not saying that they were not true. It's just that they happened in a very confined, limited area of one road. And I did talk to the locals about it. It did happen. And it only happened during 1 week in March because it was spring break. So the other parts of Miami were not affected. And the other weeks outside of spring break were not affected, especially on that road, because I was on that road multiple times and nothing happened. I was on that road during the day, I was on that road during the evening, but not during spring break, because I wasn't in Miami during spring break. I was elsewhere. So what I'm trying to tell you is that Miami has cleaned up. It's safe, it's clean, it's great. It's a fantastic place to visit. In fact, it actually crossed my mind after visiting to move out there. But of course, Miami is not the most affordable city. It has expanded, and it is highly likely that most of the people that move into South Beach, let's say, or the better places in Miami are wealthy. Now, that's not saying that you couldn't move there and find a place and perhaps just commute. Something that a friend of mine did years and years ago when he worked down there in a law office. But that's another story for another time. So regardless, if you do purchase my guide, I do wish you safe travels and a fun experience. Even if you don't, I wish you safe travels and a fun experience. I want you to make memories that last a lifetime. I want you to live your life. I want you to have fun. I want you to explore. And I want you to stop being scared of the boogeyman. You understand? So if you have any questions, you can always email me, or you can go to my YouTube and make a comment. But my email is here, heyteacherraf@gmail.com. Okay, and this is just my latest one. And I'm trying to brainstorm to figure out where I should go next. I have a few ideas, but nothing is, written in stone, so to speak. Everything is still flexible. So if you have a place that you've been wanting to go, but you haven't because of whatever reason, and perhaps it's a place that I also want to go, let me know. Maybe I'll go there. Maybe I'll put together a guide, and maybe I'll share it with you, and then you'll be able to go there and check everything out as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. Come to my website, check out the other Ultimate Adventure guides that I have available here. I have hiking Kauai, I have hiking Southern Utah, I have a few different slot canyons, Peekaboo, Spooky Gulch, Dry Fork. I have a couple of things from Mexico, cave snorkeling, turtle snorkeling. So it's a big world. These are just a few adventure guides that I think would definitely benefit the vacationer. Most of them are family friendly. Some of them are more challenging than others. And if you read through the descriptions, if you just basically click on a description like this, right, it'll take you here, and then it'll tell you some information. You can read through it and see what you think, and if that's a place that you would like to visit. And like I said, you could go to the credit card, PayPal donation link, and you can donate here. You can put in $10 like so, or you can put in $100 if you're really generous, or $1,000 if you're thinking that you want to make a real good impression, or maybe you're super rich and you want to give me a great month of April for my birthday, hey, no problem. Please, 10,000, I'll accept it. So, all kidding aside, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time. Take care.